Hello, gentlemen, and welcome to yet another episode of the Gentleman's Club. I'm your host, Marc.antomattei, and in today's episode, we are going to be doing another whiskey review, this time over Whyte Mackay blended Scotch whiskey. Now, this is one that I've been meaning to get into for a very long time for multiple reasons. One of the reasons being that I have quite the fascination and relationship with their master blender, Mr. Richard Patterson, and I love and appreciate his personality as well as his blending techniques and what he brings to the table at the Dalmore. I love Dalmore whiskeys with great passion, and seeing that he's also the master blender for Whyte Mackay, you know, you're wondering how much farther can things go from the Dalmore to this. But you know, I have high expectations and hopes for this, which is why I bought it and which is why I'm very eager to try it. Very quickly before the whiskey review, I get into a little bit of history about this company. So it's a Scottish company that was founded in Glasgow in 1844, and it was by two partners named Charles Mackay and James Whyte, or I guess the Scottish people, just with their roll of tongue, they say more like Charles Mackay. So it's founded by these two guys, and this one, they say that it's a Scottish alcoholic beverages producing company, so I don't think it's only just whiskey. I think it's a lot more than that. But Whyte Mackay is actually the parent company that owns Dalmore, and they also own Jura whiskey, so I'm also looking forward to trying Jura as well. Now, I'm not 100% certain about this, but I also believe that quite possibly, maybe Richard Patterson might also be the master blender for Jura whiskey as well, or he might not be. Don't know too much about that line of whiskeys, but I know that they have like at least minimum 4 different types of whiskeys inside of that line, possibly 6 or 8. But we'll get into that once I start delving into those whiskeys itself. But anyways, let's take a look here. So on their website, they talk about their maturation process, which they're very famous for. And as you can see on the bottle here, it says triple matured for a smooth, richer taste. And this one is a winner of an award, IWSC Gold Award. This is the International Wine and Spirits Competition. All right. So it says, the secret behind the award-winning taste of Whyte Mackay is our triple maturation process and the way we blend to make sure no single whiskey dominates another, creating a harmony of flavors that work together to produce our famous, smoother, richer taste. The story begins with choosing the finest aged single malts and aged grain whiskies from 2 of Scotland's most famous distilling regions, Highland and Speyside. Probably my 2 favorites from Scotland. So to have the culmination of the 2 come together for harmony, more power to you guys. Then we carefully age the malt whiskey while separately aging the grain whiskey. Most blended whiskeys stop at that stage, but Whyte Mackay add an additional step. The final chapter of maturation story sees the marrying of these 2 different whiskeys in sherry cask. This triple maturation process produces a whiskey rich in color, say that 3 times fast, with golden highlights, round and full on the nose with smooth, rich flavors of honey, noted honey, and fruits. As in life, we believe the more dedication and effort we put in, the more you will be rewarded. All right. So the notes on this one, the tasting notes, the color, rich mahogany gold with glittering amber. Yeah, this is very dark. I'm not sure if this is colored or not. I'll check on the bottle a little bit later and see if I can find an answer to that, but seeing how there's no age statement on here, you know, it leaves a little bit, it leaves you wondering. We'll say that. On the nose, smooth with warm, appealing highlights of marzipan, Monica honey, creamy caramel, and deramera sugar, followed by whispers of glazed pineapple, cedar apples, and praline chocolate. Taste. It begins with mellow and exhilarating flavors of tropical fruits, rose hip syrup, caramelized orange segments, and macaroons, and finishes with peaches in syrup, licorice, and Seville marmalade. Alright, let's go to the bottle here. So I've already had a pre-look at this. And if you take a look, there's English on both the front and the back side of the bottle. This information is the same info that I read from the website. But down here in the bottom left corner, there's something that says Farven Justeret Med Caramel. And this is Danish, and it means color adjusted by caramel. So there's your answer for this nice, rich, dark, beautiful color. No worries. As a no age statement, I knew that maybe a lot of these whiskeys would be quite young. Get a nice little helping there. Once you put it inside of the glass, you can see that the color actually lightens up just a tad bit. It's still a nice amberish color, but not as dark as when it's in full volume in the bottle. On the nose, it smells very young. It smells like there's a lot happening inside of there, which is why you have to try especially hard to try to tell apart the many different aromas inside of this. We'll come back to it. Extra smooth on the palate. The most intense flavor that I taste inside of here is oranges. Even in the finish, the oranges is very much there. Also on the palate, you get a little bit of just a tad bit of maple. For the aroma, you still can't smell much of anything. The nose is just way too busy. So again, what it says here on the website, it says smooth with warm, appealing highlights of marzipan, Monica honey, creamy caramel, and deramera sugar. Maybe out of all those things, you might be able to tell a little bit of honey, but it's just way too busy to pull all of this from just this. And there's more. It says whispers of glazed pineapple, cider apples, praline chocolate. All of this is not on the nose. Chocolate potentially, but it's kind of, is that ethanol or is that chocolate? The oranges is definitely there. Some caramel behind that, and then again some syrup. And that's about all that I can get out of this one. The taste is rather light compared to Dalmore offerings. With this being Whyte Mackay's cheapest offering, with me picking this up at about 1,500 Japanese yen or 15 US dollars, and it being a no age statement. When I say the cheapest that the Whyte Mackay company produces, I mean out of everything, including this, the Dalmore series, the Juror series, and the other one that they have. You know, bang for buck, and for a cheap, affordable whiskey, you can't ask for anything more than this. But aside from that, this is not as good as the Dalmore, obviously, but for its price point, it offers about as much as you can get for it. I think I'm personally going to always keep a bottle of this one inside of my personal collection, along with the Japanese whiskey of similar price, which is the Fuji Sanroku, for whenever I have friendly get-togethers with an abundance of friends. This is the one that you can crack open and share with everybody and have them enjoy without you having to break the bank, just to let them experience a decent whiskey. So they get props for me for producing this one. Am I a fan? I would say yes. On the nose, not much to offer there, but the taste and the aftertaste, quite nice. Sweet, just like how I like it. Sweet and smooth, we'll say. Alright, gentlemen, that is my review over the Whyte Mackay blended Scotch whiskey. What is it? Triple matured. Anyways, gentlemen, make sure that you drink responsibly. Salute to you wherever you may be out in the world. And until next time, gentlemen, keep it classy.